Hello and welcome. My name is Tony Norton. I am the Children and Families Worker at St Peter's Church, Wellesbourne, and today's homeschooling RE video is going to be about the Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments were written down and given to Moses on 2 stone tablets. They are recorded in the Quran for Muslims, in the Hebrew Bible for Jews, and in the Old Testament for Christians. They really show us the main moral teachings of those faiths and how we should treat one another. The following slides come from the Free Bible Images website. Have you ever heard of the Ten Commandments? This is how God gave his rules for living to a man called Moses. 3 months after God led the Israelites out of Egypt, they arrived at the base of a large mountain called Mount Sinai in the hot desert wilderness. God told Moses to climb on his own to the top of the mountain so that he could talk to him. Then God said to Moses, "Tell the people to wash themselves and to get ready, because I am about to come down and speak to you at the top of the mountain." Moses and the people did as God asked and got themselves clean and ready. 3 days later, there was a thunder and flashes of lightning. A thick cloud covered the mountain, and the people were terrified. It was then that God gave his 10 commandments to Moses. They are 10 rules to help us live at peace with God and with each other. Rule number 1. God is the one true God. Put him first in your life and make him more important than anyone or anything else. Rule number 2. You should only worship and serve God, not anyone or anything else. Rule number 3. You must only ever use God's name with respect and reverence. Never use it as a name to call people, or to mock people, or to swear. Rule number 4. You must remember the Sabbath as a day's rest. You can work on 6 other days, but the Sabbath day is a holy day to worship God and to relax. The 5th rule says you must honor and obey your parents. God promises a long life to people who do this. And of course, you should never commit murder. Rule 7. You must be faithful to your husband or your wife and not have affairs with other people. Do not steal. Do not take what doesn't belong to you. Respect other people's property. That was rule number 8. Do not tell lies and do not say things about other people that aren't true. These things never bring happiness. Rule number 9. Do not be envious. Do not be greedy and want things that belong to other people. That was rule number 10. Many years later, Jesus summed up the 10 Commandments by saying, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength." This is the first and most important commandment. And the second is this: love your neighbor as yourself. After God gave Moses the 10 Commandments on stone tablets on Mount Sinai, he went back down the mountain. Because Moses had been speaking with God, his face shone, reflecting the glory of God, and people were afraid. Sometime later, Moses got mad with his people, and he smashed the stone tablets the 10 Commandments were written on, and God was angry with him. But God provided a new pair of stone tablets with the 10 Commandments on. Later, these were placed in a special box called the Ark of the Covenant. And the Ark of the Covenant was housed in the tabernacle. Here you can see a computer-generated image of what the tabernacle would have looked like. The 10 Commandments contain some of the most important teachings of the major religions on how we should live our lives and treat each other. Jesus said before he died, "This is how you will be known, by how you love one another." So if we follow the 10 Commandments and show love to God and to others, then we, as Christians, will be known as good people. If you would like to find more stories like this, you can go to Free Bible Images. It's a great website with lots of free resources that you can use. For your homeschooling, there's some activity sheets as well. These will be provided on Facebook or by email. If you would like to get those, then please do let me know. Now, here are a few suggestions of things that you could do next. If you'd like to listen to a children's song, you could try this one. Search All Through History on YouTube and you'll find a story that comes up. It includes Moses and the Ten Commandments, Noah, and many other people in the Bible, and talks about God's action through history. Another idea, you might have seen that picture earlier of the computer-generated picture of the tabernacle. You can check this out on a virtual tour. If you go to my playlist and type and look for the virtual tours playlist, you'll see the Tabernacle of Moses is one of those. And you can go inside and look around the tabernacle, the Ark of the Covenant, and the altar, and so on. And lastly, there's a couple of other explainer videos that I'd like to recommend. The first is called Saddleback Kids. If you go to that and search for Moses in the Wilderness. And the other, God's Story, the Ten Commandments. Both of those cover what we've been looking at today. If you'd like to find out more, then those are some great videos to look at as well. Thank you for listening.